Hey, what's up, my nerds?
I'm Air Bear.
And I'm Chasen, and you're just in time for your weekly dose of nerd news.
Clink. Today is November 25th. It is Small Business Saturday, I think. And
we should go to Bonnie's.
Yeah.
We're going to Bonnie's.
And this is what happened this week. Starting things off with Black Friday deals. So this is not Small Business Saturday information, but a bunch of streaming services are having deals that, like, if you go ahead and if you're interested, go now, because some of them we don't have dates, like the end date for. But if you're interested, you go and you look and you get the deal. So the first one is Hulu is going to be 99 cents per month. That's $1 a month, $12 for a whole year, for the ad-supported subscription. And then they also have some bundles that you can get where you can pay to bundle it with Disney Plus for a reduced price. Like, for example, Disney Plus bundled was an additional $2. That is going to be happening now until November 28th, 11:59 p.m.
Yep. And full disclosure, we thought that one was so good, we jumped on it.
Yeah, so now we have Hulu.
We have Hulu, and we've already started watching. And we're not sponsored by Hulu or anything, but we could be. Hulu, we could be sponsored by you. But in any case, it's a great deal. You should check it out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some more great deals. If you're interested in getting Paramount Plus, they are giving 3 months away for the price of one. So that's going to be $199 per month instead of the normal $5.99 per month for, like I said, 3 months. And that's going to be, for 3 months. But that deal is going to end December 4th.
Max, previously HBO Max, has the ad-supported plan for $18 for 6 months, for a 6-month subscription. That's going to be $2.99 per month. Normally it would be $9.99 per month. That is going to be until November 27th, which is in 2 days.
Yep, Monday. And Peacock is giving you 12 months of their ad-supported tier for $1.99 per month instead of $5.99 per month. That's going to end on November 27th. And just so you guys know the jargon, the ad-supported basically means that you're going to have ads. So,
commercials.
Yeah, you're going to have commercials. Right. So not the commercial-free. There you go.
Sling TV, which is a live TV service, is going to be 50% off for 1 month. That's going to be $20 instead of the normal $40. It did not list, or I did not see a deadline for that. So if you're interested, just go now.
And Amazon Prime members can get 2 months at 75% off. So it's going to be $3 instead of the normal $12 for specific Amazon Prime channels, including Paramount Plus.
It's been hard saying these.
These numbers,
and
these
names,
percentages,
months.
These dollar amounts are tough, okay? But we'll clean it up if we get that Hulu sponsorship, of course. But those Amazon Prime channels will include Paramount Plus, Showtime, MGM Plus, Starz, AMC Plus, BritBox, and Cinemax. And that deal is going to last until December 3rd.
Philo, which is another live TV subscription service, is offering 1 month for 48% off at $13 for that month for new subscribers.
And if you're interested in Starz, you can snag that one for $3 a month instead of the $9.99 per month for 3 months.
All right, so in movie news announcements.
Let's get things started off by talking about the hunt for a new Karate Kid.
Pew, pew, pew.
That's, well, hey, we could send this video in because they're taking audition videos. Who are they? Talking about Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchia.
Macchia looks right.
It does, but I mean, well, in any case, he's the original Karate Kid. So if you are thinking about the original 3 movies, that handsome dude that was playing that Karate Kid, that is Ralph. Like I said, he was in the original 3 movies, and he actually reprised his role in the recent Cobra Kai show. So they're doing open auditions. You just send your videos in, and you can take a look at that announcement video that Jackie and Ralph put together. But as far as right now, it's not clear as to whether the Cobra Kai actors are going to be reprising their roles in the film or not. But we do know.
I'm not even sure if that show has been renewed yet.
I think it had its 6th and final season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I
That's
read that
right.
in the
we did
article.
do that. Or we did talk about that before.
Right? Yeah. But they, so Jackie Chan is going to be reprising his role as Mr. Han. And that video is set to be released in theaters on December 13th, 2024.
All right. So, in an interview on the Kelly Clarkson show, Taika Waititi, finally figured out how to pronounce his first name, not sure about the last one, talked about his new movie, Next Goal Wins. He also talked about some other things, but one of the things that he talked about was an update on the Star Wars film that he's been working on. So last week we said he had another interview where he mentioned that he was taking his time with the Star Wars film, that he wanted to get some other projects done first. He reiterated that in this interview on the Kelly Clarkson show. He also added that he wanted to capture the joy of the original trilogy. So that's New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So he's hoping to, I guess the thought is that it might be more similar to those sort of films and not the newer films.
Okay. Well, more cast members have been added to James Gunn's Superman Legacy. Let's talk about those cast members right now. Jimmy Olsen, who works at the Daily Planet with Clark Kent, has been cast as Skylar Gisondo, and Eve Tessmacher, who is Lex Luthor's, I was going to say trusted. I imagine he trusts her, but his cunning assistant will be played by Sarah Sampaio, and Lex Luthor himself is going to be played by Nicholas Hoult, and Hoult played Beast in the reboot of the X-Men series, so X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past. That actor who played Beast is going to be playing Lex Luthor, which I think is pretty cool. But filming is set to begin early next year with a release date of July 11th, 2025.
In an interview with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show, Tim Allen stated that Disney has reached out to him and Tom Hanks to reprise their roles for the Toy Story 5 film. So, previously, Bob Iger, we didn't announce this, but Bob Iger announced that there will be a Toy Story 5 film. Last week, I think we said that he announced that there will be a Frozen 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So Bob Iger is just throwing movies out there.
Right.
And in the interview, Tim Allen was kind of like, well, I mean, Bob Iger's already said it, so
right,
so I can say they've reached out to me. So they have reached out to him and Tom Hanks. And Allen said that he is hopeful about the script because the writer has stated that they wouldn't be doing it if they couldn't get it right. So, but he was kind of feeling like, is 4 too many? He was thinking that after 4 or after 3 that they don't need to keep making the film, or that you might
get saturated.
Yeah, it might get oversaturated. It might not be as good. So he's hoping that the 5th one isn't a
cash grab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which glad that he's saying that. He's voicing that concern.
Because I mean, it is. Yeah. I mean they've all
been
been good.
So not complaining about it.
But I mean, you don't want to make it until it's no longer good.
Right.
You don't want to keep throwing them out there like, oh, people seem to like it. Let's keep giving it to them. Let's end on a good note. But I don't know. Maybe a 5th one will be good.
If you can make good movies,
just keep making them.
Keep making them. Keep making them. You're getting jobs out there and giving me stuff to watch, so not mad at it. Just don't
make a bad one.
Don't make a bad one. Okay, so Oscar-winning director Edward Berger is in talks to make a new Jason Bourne film. The Matt Damon films. But it's still very early on. There's no script. There's no cast. There's no release date. No pictures. but they are in talks to go down that road.
Cool. Michael B. Jordan is reportedly returning to direct Creed 4, according to Creed 3 producer Irwin Winkler. Things are a bit delayed due to the writer's strike, but pre-production should begin within a year from now. Movie trailers.
Yeah. So you can actually check out, there are a couple trailers for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
And A Disturbance in the Forest has an official trailer. That is a documentary that we talked about last week that is about the Star Wars
Holiday special,
how and why it was made. There is a trailer for that, And in the trailer, they said that it's in theaters now, and it will be available digitally, Blu-ray, and DVD on December 5th. And then some of the places it will be available digitally are Apple TV, Amazon, Google Play, and Vudu. Past movie news.
The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbird and Snake has won the box office this weekend by bringing in $44 million, and it's brought in...
$28 of that was us.
That is true. That is true. And it's earned over $98 million worldwide.
The Marvels has the record for the worst drop from opening weekend to second weekend for an MCU movie. It has a 79% drop. I think the previous record was held by Ant-Man 3 Quantumanium, which was a 69% drop. And for me, we saw Ant-Man Quantumanium in the second week. I think we saw it in the second week. I feel like a lot of people were just kind of like, I want to see if it is as bad as people say it is. I don't think that's why we went. I think we went to go see it because it's like, okay, well, we got to go see this thing because we need to keep up with all the films.
Right.
And I don't want someone spoiling it for us.
And with us doing nerd news, it was like you have that pressure to keep up so that as you're doing the news, you're not spoiled by something. Yeah.
But I am surprised that the Marvels had, well, I think some of it, because I don't think the Marvels was that bad.
I mean, it was a decent movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely
different.
better than Ant-Man 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yes. So, I don't know if I actually said a percentage, but Ant-Man 3 Quantumanium had previously held a record with a 69% drop from from opening weekend to the second weekend. And in other news, there is an official The Meowville trailer for the Marvels movie. I don't know if you should see, I feel like it makes more sense if you see the Marvels movie first before you see this trailer. And then it's like, oh, okay, that's cute. Don't just go see this trailer and hope to get more information about the movie because you will get nothing
useful.
Except just cute cats.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right.
And if you've seen the film, then you know what's probably happening. You should go see the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, good grief. In TV news, let's talk about some
TV announcements.
So for the first time in 20 years, Family Guy is going to be leaving the Sunday night slot.
Packing their bags and moving.
Mm-hmm. And they are heading down the road to Wednesday. So starting March 6th, Family Guy is going to be in that Wednesday night slot instead of Sunday night.
So the WGA, which is the Writers Guild Association, is threatening to sue Amazon Studios because of the shows that are still on pause after the writer's strike. The WGA has stated that, so what's happening is that the writer's strike has ended and these writers are already contracted with shows for Amazon Studios, but Amazon Studios hasn't restarted the shows, so the actors are on contract. They can't find another job, and they're not getting paid for doing this one. So they're just kind of in limbo. So the WGA stated that Amazon is in violation of Article 7 of the WGA and AMPTP's Memorandum of Agreement, stating that studios are obligated to return writers to work upon termination of the strike. So one of the shows that's being affected by this is Silk Spider Society, which is the first of several planned Spider-Verse spin-offs. Another film that may be affected, not sure, is Poltergeist, the TV series.
Okay. Hope they get that figured out soon.
Hopefully. Because I'm interested in this Silk Spider Society.
Yeah, definitely.
And more spin-offs.
And I mean, the figuring it out might be that they pause it indefinitely and just release the writers to go work on other things. And I'm wondering why keep it paused? Like if it's...
So Netflix did not pause. They just dropped a bunch of shows.
Right.
And I'm wondering if that's what they're figuring out, is if they have, like, based on the new agreements and how much money has been lost through the strikes, if they still can afford to do the show.
Or not. Yeah, and in that case, it's like, well, make up your mind so that the writers can
move on.
Either continue working or move on. So, yeah. All right. Well, new images of Colin Farrell as the Penguin have been released.
Also, why is Spider Silk on Amazon instead of HBO Max? Probably because Max has dropped everything. Max we can't trust.
Yeah, Max they've gotten rid of a lot of their DC stuff.
Well, that's a Marvel thing. It's Sony.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, superhero stuff.
I'm wondering if, because I think where are all the other Spider-Mans? I didn't think they were on Amazon Prime. I thought Max owned them.
The other Spider-Man movies?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't some come to Netflix recently?
So I think some did. And Disney, I think, is trying to grab up some of them. Mm-hmm. There you go to Disney.
Maybe that's part of the holdup. They're trying to figure out where the show's going to land, perhaps. Maybe it costs a lot of money, but they see it as an opportunity to maybe sell it to somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure that out.
That'd be nice. Bring it to Disney.
Disney Plus. Disney Plus. Disney Plus. Or Hulu. Now that we have a subscription.
For a year.
Yeah, within next year. That $12.99 slot. Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll have some more to report next week. But for now, let's talk about these images of Colin Farrell as the Penguin that have been released. So it looks like the Penguin's going to be coming back to Max in 2024. Yeah. So if you're a fan, get excited.
All right, so in event news, unfortunately, Joss Ackland, who is the actor who is best known for saying the line diplomatic immunity in Lethal Weapon 2, has passed away at the age of 95. He was also in a lot of other films. But yeah, that was something that, like, I hadn't seen. I mean, I probably have seen Lethal Weapon 2, but I know that you and your family have seen it a lot. And, like, when I saw on the line, I was like, oh, okay. It's that guy. And so I went back and watched.
Watch the scene.
Watch the scene.
Or the scenes.
Yeah.
The diplomatic immunity. Yeah, that guy. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Well, glad to hear that he had other films.
Career, yeah.
That he's known for. Seemed like he may have also been. I mean, I don't know. But after rewatching the scene,
from
I'm wondering
Lethal Weapon 2.
From Lethal Weapon 2. In your research, did he do like a lot of acting, like Broadway or stage acting?
I don't know.
Do you know? Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, Dave Filoni is now the new chief creative officer at Lucasfilm. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. And if you didn't know, Dave, if you watch Star Wars stuff, you've probably seen his name in the credits.
You've seen Dave Filoni.
Right. So he's directed almost 90 episodes of Star Wars animated series, 6 live action episodes between Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Ahsoka. So he already had his hands in a lot of things. So much so that it was not uncommon for him to be brought on, what you were saying, brought on into different projects, like, toward the tail end when they've been developed a lot. So the difference now is going to be that he's going to have more influence, and he's going to be brought in at the beginning. Basically, at the very beginning, the point of inception. Conception? Inception.
Conception,
For the conception.
Conception.
Conception? But I think, in any case, he's going to be brought in at the beginning and have a lot more influence on where things are going as far as the creative projects for Lucasfilm. So he's going to also be working directly with Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy and Executive Vice President Carrie Beck. Yeah.
All right, so in gaming news announcements, The Last of Us Remastered has revealed the names of the 3 lost levels that they'll be including in the remaster. It's not supposed to be an S. I kept putting S's on the ends of things. It's supposed to be remastered. The Last of Us Remastered.
And Last of Us 2.
Yeah, Last of Us 2 Remastered. So they've revealed the names of the... You don't need to fix it now. of the 3 lost levels. There's also a trailer that shows scenes from the game, and it also shows some of the additional things that you can get with this remastered version of the game. So the 3 levels names are Jackson Dance, Boar Hunt, and Sewers. And we all know what lurks in the sewers of Last of Us 2. So anyway, Some of the other things that was included in the trailer was a roguelike mode called No Return. There's also guitar free play and some new outfits. That is going to be coming to, I guess, stores and digitally January 19th, 2024.
Oh.
More PlayStation
Speaking
news.
of digital stores from PlayStation, PlayStation, the PlayStation Store lawsuit is being allowed to move forward by the London Tribunal. This is the first you're hearing of the lawsuit, like me. Sounds like this is what's going on. The lawsuit claims that PlayStation is overcharging people for digital games and content by charging 30% commissions to developers and publishers, or charging 30% for commissions that go to developers and publishers. So it sounds like Sony is abusing its position as the main seller of digital games.
They're alleging that Sony is
Right.
abusing its position.
Right. So that's
Because it's the main seller of digital games.
The lawsuit is claiming that, and sounds like we're going to find out. But words like monopoly may be getting thrown around in the trial. But at the end of the day, it could end up costing Sony $7.9 billion. So we'll see.
Maybe they'll go ahead and make that Last of Us 3. Make up some of that money. All right, in a tweet, an X tweet. I don't know if they're still called tweets if they're on X. But anyway.
A post on X.
How do you say it? Ubisoft? Ubisoft has announced that the Prince of Persia remake has passed an important internal milestone and development is progressing. They gave no other updates other than that. So, nothing as far as what milestone, when it will be progressing to be able to be purchased. And it has been on hold, or not hold. It was announced a while ago, and it's been kind of what's happening with it.
Something's happening. So that's...
They say that something is happening. They post it.
Better than the alternative, okay? Believe me. Because a lot of games, not hearing anything about. We'll talk more about that later. But hey, Fortnite fans who are also Eminem fans, not the candy. That would be cool. But there's an Eminem skin, the rapper, guys. There's an Eminem skin that will be available this coming Monday, November 27th. So an Eminem skin for Fortnite.
All right, in trailers for games, there is a Dead by Daylight trailer for the Chucky collaboration. There's also a My Hero Ultra Rumble official Season 2 trailer. And that game is available now on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora has released a trailer for pre-order bonuses. I haven't seen this trailer, but Love Bear has.
And every time, so the first time we saw this trailer, I was like, this just seems like the game, or the movie. I don't know why we're playing a game of the movie. I don't think this is bringing anything new to the table. And then the second time I saw the trailer, or saw a different trailer, it was like, is that the same game? That can't be the same game. And now this time, I was like, oh my gosh, this game looks really good.
And she told me before we started recording Love Book, we might need to play this game.
Yeah.
So.
Because the last trailer reminded me, for this previous, this trailer we just saw, the bonus material, whatever, it looked like Halo, or reminded me of Halo. He was holding the gun and shooting things, and I was like, oh, okay.
And we like Halo.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I need to check out this trailer. But yeah, so Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has released 2 trailers. I mean, they've released others, but 2 recent trailers. One about King Shark and the other for Harlequin. So you get to see a bit more of their characters. And that game is going to be released February 2nd in 2024.
All right. The rumor mill. So, Scream 7 has had some shakeups, and you have probably heard about some of this. I'm not sure what parts of it are rumor, what parts of it are true. Just know that some things are changing with Scream 7. So, first off, with Jenna Ortega. Actually, yes, we're going to start off with Jenna Ortega. So, she has reportedly is no longer on the film. She was one of the co-stars. she is unable to do the film because of scheduling conflicts with recording season 2 of Wednesday. So that's good news for us because we like Wednesday.
Yeah.
So she stated, or the report states, that she let the production company know before the strikes that she would not be returning due to the scheduling conflicts. Now, a day before that, the other co-lead, Melissa Barrera, was fired due to comments that Barrera posted on X/Twitter. And Scream 7 is reportedly looking for replacements for these two actors and is considering Neve Campbell to reprise her role as Sidney Prescott. So, a lot of shakeup with Scream 7.
Yeah, scary stuff. Scary stuff. So, Christopher Nolan has recently reported on rumors, or responded to rumors of him directing the next 007 film. And sadly, no. According to Christopher, that's not going to happen. At least not right now. Although he is a fan of the franchise, he went on to mention that when you take on a franchise like that, you're going to have to deal with certain constraints. With what you can do and your vision for it, you have to fit in a certain box. Like I said, not to say that he's not a fan. He also mentioned that can be glaringly obvious the inspiration that he took from the 007 films for his films. And some of his films would include the Batman Begins franchise, so Dark Knight, Batman Rising, and of course his latest, Oppenheimer, which is his highest grossing non-Batman film that brought in over $950 million globally. So he's not doing 007, but he's not hurting either.
He's
So.
not doing too bad himself. All right, so more rumor. Before we talked about games and remakes and not hearing updates, another game that supposed to have a remake that nobody has heard any updates about is Knights of the Old Republic. But a gamer insider, Jason Schreier, reported that some of his, connections on the inside have stated that there is progress being made on the game. Just no updates about what that progress is. And he's doubtful anything is
Gonna
actually come from it. So
I wonder how easy it is to play the original game. Because I've heard a lot about it, but I've never actually played it. And I like Star Wars stuff.
yeah, and it's Knights of the Old Republic, so you know who it has in it. You know who it has in it?
I can take some guesses as to who it might have in it. Revan?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's the only I think, like, other than like things in books, that's the only media
Appearance that he's made?
appearance. So that's what I guess most of the cosplayers are basing the costume off
Oh.
of. Is the images of him in that game.
In the game. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Which is where I got my
Yeah.
inspiration from, was the
Might need
images
to
of
play
him in
this
that game.
Might need to find it so we can play it somehow.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Still stirring
Keeping
up the rumor
those rumors stirring about. Let's talk about Warner Brothers. Let's continue to talk about Warner Brothers.
Because we mentioned it last week.
Wonder Woman. Yes, that's right. We talked last week about Wonder Woman potentially having a live service tied to it, because they were hiring somebody who they wanted to have experience with maintaining live environments for games. Well, Warner Brothers caught wind of this and reported by saying, no, there's no live service for this Wonder Woman game. They went on to say that this will be a third-person, single-player action-adventure game set in a dynamic open world. No mention of live experiences.
The question is, then why were you hiring for that position? And I was thinking it might be like a moving forward sort of thing.
Right.
Like we want to hire this person to work on this game, but then we're going to see how they do on this game, which is not live and not as difficult, and then we might use them for another game.
Yeah.
I don't know how hiring in those sort of like game situations, like if you just get hired for the one job, or if you get hired to work with that company.
Yeah, right. And that's what I was thinking. Like, it might be a multiple hat type situation where hiring you to do this project, but you may have other projects that you're working on that include live experiences and live support and stuff. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I was just going to say working in a school. Like, they hire you for this, But it'd be nice if you could also do these 6 other things. Yeah.
All right. So it is top of the month time. So these are things, movies, TV shows, all of that are releasing on different streaming services on December 1st. At the top of the month, there's usually a lot of things releasing on the 1st. We're going to start things off with Netflix, which is going to have Black Swan, the DC movie collection. I wanted to move it down because it gets confusing, but I'm going to go through it now. DC movie collection, which includes Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Justice League, Shazam, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984, The Suicide Squad, DC League of Super Pets, The Batman, the 2022 version with Robert Pattinson, and Shazam Fury of the Gods. Also coming to Netflix is One Piece Season 19, Taken and Taken 2, and The Meg.
Okay, coming to Hulu will be One Piece Season 11 subbed, the Bourne movies, the Chronicles of Narnia, all 3 of them.
Which I did not know there were 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like, I had to look it up. It's like, is this real? Did I just completely miss a 3rd movie?
Yeah.
I saw the 1st, never saw the 2nd. Wanted to see the 2nd. Had no idea about the 3rd.
I think I may have seen all 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know if maybe not. I don't know if I saw the 3rd one.
I have seen this next movie.
Oh, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Also, District 9 is coming to Hulu. Ever After, Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. I Am Number 4. We read that book. You read the series.
I read the whole series.
The Matrix. That's going to be the first 3 in the franchise.
The 4th one is going to be coming out on Hulu later on in the month.
Which we'll talk about later on. Not today, but later on in the month, yeah.
But, yeah, I think they're giving you time to go ahead and watch the first 3 before they give you the 4th one.
Yeah. And the first 2 National Treasures and Planet of the Apes, talking about the 2001 Marky Mark version.
Coming to Amazon Prime at the top of the month is Candy Cane Lane, which is the movie that we mentioned last week that has Donkey.
Eddie Murphy.
Click, Hot Tub Time Machine, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a bunch of Star Trek movies, the older ones, and that's going to be Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, that came out in 1984. I'm not going to say the dates for all of these. Star Trek 5, The Final Frontier, Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. Okay, Star Trek Insurrection, Star Trek Nemesis. Also, The Magnificent Seven, I think it's the original one that came out a really long time ago. The date has 19 something at the beginning of it, so.
Well, Amazon Freevee. So these are things coming to Amazon Freevee at the top of the month. Hotel Transylvania, Kick-Ass, and Men in Black 1 and 2.
Men in Black 1 and 2. Love Men in Black. All right, Disney. These are things coming to Disney Plus at the top of the month. It's 2 things. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is going to be coming to Disney Plus. And also Timeless Heroes, which is a documentary about Harrison Ford and him being in Indiana Jones and all of that.
Okay.
And Max, unfortunately, I could not find anything for. I blame the name. I really think they should not be called Max. Things that have been very successful under one name should not suddenly change names because it makes it difficult to find stuff about it. Twitter, Max, all that stuff. So anyway, we're going to skip over Max because I couldn't find anything on it. Paramount Plus.
Were they very successful as HBO Max?
I had HBO Max. I knew them as HBO Max. Every time I mention them to other people, like I have to say, oh yeah, that's HBO Max. Because if I just say Max, they're like, who?
Maybe you're
and
right.
the problem is Max is just a word. X is just a
word,
letter.
Man. Yeah, I get that.
Max is just a name. It could be Max, like the name of somebody in a company. What's coming to Max's store or whatever. TJ Maxx.
True. Well, Plus...
Paramount.
No, Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus has quite a few things coming at the top of the month. Starting off with Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane, both coming to Paramount Plus. Airplane and Airplane 2. Ernie Saves Christmas. Ernie doesn't do anything for anybody, honestly. It's Bert that's doing all the heavy lifting. But Ernest Saves Christmas is coming to Paramount Plus. Also, Face Off, Megamind, The Addams Family, that's the 1991 version, The Iron Giant, Total Recall, and War of the World. One of them. We're not sure which one, but if you're a fan, just go watch and you'll be surprised at which one. Put in the comments below if you're a Paramount Plus subscriber. Which War of the World
is coming to
is on Paramount
Plus?
Plus?
I was thinking, do you prefer Bert or Ernie?
Hey, Bert. I mean, I think Bert is funnier.
Clear preference.
But I prefer, if I'm going to be living with somebody.
You think Bert is funnier?
I think Bert is funny because Ernie is there.
Okay.
But as a roommate, I think I'd prefer Bert. Ernie, I think, would be doing too much. Bert, he's going to stay in his room unless I have a question for him.
It's like, Ernie, why is there
why is there peanut butter
all over the floor? What's
on the ceiling? What's
these
going on?
Rubber duckies all over the place.
Right, exactly. I think Ernie, I'd get tired of Ernie pretty soon, pretty quickly. No.
I prefer Ernie because he's more fun.
Yeah, and I get that. For purely practical reasons. Bert's got his book in his room, and I'm like, cool, we're good. You invite Ernie over. You don't want Ernie as a roommate. You don't keep him as a roommate. No.
Ernie's going to make a mess.
He's going to make a huge mess. He's going to lose your deposit. So, no.
All right, coming to Peacock at the top of the month, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and When Nature Calls, The Chronicles of Riddick, and Jumanji from the 1995 year.
Well, movies that are being released this upcoming week, that's from November 25th to December 1st.
Actually, well, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say there's nothing on December 1st because we just did top of the month, but this is coming to theaters.
That's you.
That is me.
Yeah.
This is coming to theaters. Godzilla -1 is coming to theaters on December 1st. I am not sure if that's America /or Japan. The movie is in Japanese. I feel like it is definitely going to be in Japan.
At some point, we're going to get it too.
Yeah.
That point might be December 1st or it might not be.
It looks really good, though. It looks really good. Keep an eye on that movie. TV shows releasing this upcoming week from November 25th to December 1st.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force is back, baby, in a tiny way. But it's coming on November 26th at 11:30 p.m. Coming to Adult Swim, and then the following day it's going to be coming to Max, whatever that is.
Previously
And
HBO Max.
that's right. And it was described as the micro itty bitty mini season with 5 episodes.
Assembled, the making of Loki season 2 is going to be coming to Disney Plus on November 29th. All right.
Well, that was a burp. Excuse me.
We could have gotten this done in 40 minutes.
We could have. Well, no. I'm going to milk this ending. So this has been your weekly dose of nerd news.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll catch you next week for more nerdiness.
I'm Air Bear.
And I'm Chasen. Be sure to comment who you would like to have as a roommate, Bert or Ernie. And thanks for watching. Clink! Yeah. 40 minutes, 30 seconds.